Hello, welcome to the channel. Jamie here from JAYP Cars. You join me today with the Audi S4, which I think has warped discs. When I drive it, it's like wobbling. I can feel it wobbling, and even more so when I brake, but I've been spinning this wheel. It's almost as if, as it spins, some of it is touching the pads all the time, other times it's not. If you listen to that again, I don't know if you can hear that, but I think something's up. So I'm going to take this wheel off and have a look. I was just wondering, guys, while you're here and watching, is this normal? There seems to be a lot of play. Okay, so the pad looks absolutely fine. The disc, I don't know what a disc is supposed to look like. Definitely looks like it's hitting here more, not so much here, but I don't know if that makes any difference. So the pad looks okay, I'm pretty sure the pad's fine, but I don't know about the disc, because when I spin it, it's making this kind of noise, like it chafes halfway through, then it doesn't. So, I don't know, maybe that's a sign that it's warped. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get my new tool on it, which is this gauge that you clip onto the suspension, put onto the disc, and then it lets you know the variation in the disc. Okay, so here it is. It's a bit of an odd looking contraption if you've never seen one before. Just some grips on the end of this pole here that you can tighten up using that red lever there, and it goes up to a gauge. So you clip it onto the suspension and then put this on the disc. Obviously I've got holes on my disc, so I've got to be careful where I put it. So I'm going to probably put it right on the edge. Anything that doesn't move should be fine. So I've got the gauge on, as you can see, and it is touching the disc. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to slowly spin the disc and then see where the lowest point is on this gauge. And then you're supposed to zero it there. Use this here, this little one there, and then you spin the top. There you go, to zero. And then what we do is we just slowly spin this disc. So it's outside the parameters, bloody out. Look at that. Look how out that is already. That is a sign of a warped disc. As you can see, I set up these little black guides here to allow for 0.05 of a mil either side, because I'm pretty sure that's all you're allowed. We should then go back up again. There you go. It jumps loads there. Front pads and discs will be done on this car. Okay, so I've done the same on this side. So let me just slowly move this around. Okay, straight away it's out. Back down, back out the other side. Yeah, so it's moving around quite a bit. Not as bad as the other side, but I'd say it's still definitely warped. And so there you have it, guys. The Audi does have warped discs, so that needs to be sorted out. Either I change the discs and the pads on the front, or I get them skimmed. I was told about skimming today, so that's quite interesting to me. I might do that, see if a company actually wants me to record it, and then I can put the video out to you guys and then show you what that's all about. Okay, so we are on our way to the Southwest Lotus Centre in Lifton, because they're going to skim my brake discs, and hopefully we'll have a final solution to... Maybe final solution isn't the word that I'm looking for. I just realised what I just said. Maybe we'll have a solution to finally beat the issues I'm having in this car when I put my foot on the brake. And having that wobble across the front end and through the brake pedal is really frustrating. So I shall be back, and hopefully they will sort it today. Okay, so I'm on my way back home, and I've been on the dual carriageway, and on the dual carriageway it was lovely. It was nice and smooth going, no problems at all. But about 30 minutes, maybe not even that, maybe 20 minutes into my journey on the way home, I started getting issues again. Put my foot on the brake and I could feel the pulsating, and it was juddering quite badly. And I don't know what to do, guys, because again, that should have fixed it. It hasn't fixed it, and now I've thrown more money at it than I should have. They did do a lot of work. They had to take, the discs off and clean it behind, because after they straightened it the first time, there was still an issue, so they checked it behind, and there was loads of flaky bits of rust and crap in behind the disc, between the disc and the hub. So not ideal. So there was quite a few hours, but it didn't bill me for all the hours. Actually, they were pretty good, to be fair. They were very, very good.
and they were kind of reasonable with what it was, but it did cost me £411, and because it hasn't worked, I'm like, oh god, I should have just bought some new pads and discs. But it is what it is, you know. I've done it now. It's lesson learned. But maybe it's not just needing a skim. It obviously isn't. It needs something else doing. Like now, I put my foot on the brake and I can feel some wobbling, but it seems to be when I've heated the calipers up. So I don't know if I've got a caliper sticking, maybe, and that's what's causing the vibrations. Because brake disc wouldn't just re-warp. Do you know what I mean? Like when I was driving it straight out of the Lotus Centre on that dual carriageway, it was glass smooth, it was lovely. I thought, wow, it's done, it's finished. And then as soon as I started getting into kind of the B roads and stuff, having to use the brakes a bit more, that's when it started happening. So I'm wondering whether there's a caliper that is sticking and then it's causing that judder through the brakes. So yes, I think we need a new set of pads and discs on this car. As soon as possible. Thank you very much for watching. Please do hit the like button if you haven't already. It helps to push the video up in the algorithm and more people can see it and enjoy it as you do. Also, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. About 90% of people that watch the videos haven't subscribed. If you subscribed, it would mean a massive amount to the channel, because it means that it pushes up in the algorithm. More people see the channel, see the videos, and it means we can do more stuff. Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next video. Cheers, guys.